Zion Williamson was drafted in the 2019 draft, the first pick. He was supposed to be the guy. He was supposed to be the guy to come into the NBA and take LeBron James' place. He was going to be crowned the new king. And when he came in, he had a problems with making weight. He was a very young man, spent 1 year at Duke, was very immature. When he came in, we saw that, he would be out for half seasons because he would always be injured because he played too heavy. He was a real big guy that was supremely athletic, but he weighed so much, right? And we knew that he would have a lot of injuries. But he also had a problem with dealing with these porn stars and dealing with these cheek clappers, right? And they would get him in trouble whenever he wanted to break up with him. We saw girls outside fighting over him, situations with his baby mom. We saw the situation with Mariah Mills and the porn star. She said that she was going to ruin and destroy his career. But then there's another woman. There's a woman that he was allegedly supposed to be dating since he was at Duke and was dealing with this woman for 5 years. And she's alleging that he was abusing her. He was punching her in the head. He was doing all kinds of stuff. He was assaulting her, taking her against her will. And she wants the bag. She wants a lot of money, right? She stayed in the shadows. She's a Jane Doe. We don't know who she is, right? So she gets to stay in the shadows, be a Jane Doe. But since she's done this, Mariah Mills, she's peeked her head out of the sewer hole again, right? And she's saying, he did the same thing to me. Hey, I want a bag also, right? So she took to social media with this fake cry, and she went to social media and she said this.
Everybody deserves a chance to be heard, and I hope me and any of the other victims, I just hope we all get justice. And the amount of bashing, humiliation, slander, and threats that I've been receiving these last 3 years have been a lot, and it's causing me a lot of stress, emotional distress, and I just hope we all can come to justice and this all can be resolved and nobody has to relive all these things ever again.
So we're hearing reports that she's looking to get Tony Busby to defend her, right? And we know Tony Busby, he's the guy that comes in. He likes to go with open and shut cases. They'll go and put the accusations out there to a very rich guy, athlete, and they know that this guy, this type of press is bad press. The corporations, all their incentives, everybody want to pull out, right? Their sponsorships, everybody's going to pull out and they're going to lose millions of dollars. So what they try to do is make it all go away. So they'll tell Tony Busby, hey, we'll give you $10 million. We'll give you $5 million. And he's going to get 30 to 40% of that. So he gets his cut, she gets her cut, and everybody goes away happy. So that's the way that they like to do it, right? And this has become, these type of scams have become very lucrative, right? For these lawyers and these women that can come on here and fake cry and accuse these black men of things that we know they didn't do, right? But they know that a lot of these guys are paid to make it go away, right? But DJ Academics, he also saw this, and he went to social media and he said this.
Did y'all see this? Apparently, Zion Williamson. TMZ is now reporting that a woman, her name is going to be anonymous because she's going by Jane Doe, has filed a lawsuit against Zion Williamson. She's claimed to be one of his exes, and she has filed a lawsuit against the NBA star, claiming he raped her, kidnapped her, and terrorized her on multiple occasions throughout their years-long relationship. According to the suit, the violent incident took place September 23rd, 2020, after the woman had gone to Williams' Beverly Hills home. The accuser said she supposedly was tired and was trying to go to sleep, but he called her a stuck-up bitch and that she couldn't go to sleep without having sex with him. Williamson then pinned her down on the bed, sexually assaulted her. Afterwards, the lawsuit stated, took her phone, threw it, and then choked and screamed at her for talking too much. The woman alleges Williamson emitted an odor of alcohol during the encounter. And days later, on October 10, 2020, the accuser alleges Williamson raped her again after he got angry that she wanted to leave to visit friends in San Diego. According to the suit, Williamson then took her phone and laptop, preventing her from getting medical care. These two incidents were not isolated. According to the lawsuit, Williamson continued to abuse, rape, assault, and batter the plaintiff in California and other states, including Louisiana, Texas, until the relationship ended in 2023. The lawsuit states Williamson strangled the woman with such force that she feared for her life and eventually lost consciousness multiple times between 2020 and 2023. The woman also alleges that Williamson threatened to have a security guard shoot her in the head multiple times. She alleges Williamson threatened to have his security kill her parents as well. And during one 2022 incident in Louisiana, the lawsuit states Williamson pointed a loaded firearm at the woman's head, causing her to reasonably fear for her life. Your Fruit Jams in the chat. What up?
So this alleged Jane Doe is alleging that he assaulted her in multiple states. He used a firearm. He would come in and he would reek of alcohol and he would assault her and abuse her until the relationship ended in 2023. And I'm telling you, young guys out there, man, with a bag, this is the time now, the era where women can just throw these accusations. Nothing's going to happen to them. The court's not going to do nothing to them. They could totally ruin your life. They could totally ruin everything that you worked hard for. You know, some of you guys been playing basketball, football, baseball, whatever it was since you was 2 and 3 years old. Man, working, and you willing to throw it all away for these raggedy heifers, man. It's crazy, but there was another brother on here, and he was explaining how this process worked and what they do with the attorneys and how they basically get the money out you. And a lot of times, I believe, these attorneys and there's people behind the scenes that's coaching these women up to do this because now this has become a hustle, right? I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of gangsters behind the scenes is coaching up a lot of these women to come out here and do this stuff to a lot of these guys, man. It's a quick lick. But check this out.
The way that this process works is normally something like this. They get approached by someone who is accusing someone else, normally high profile. The attorney then reaches out to that individual or their representation and try to negotiate a settlement, negotiate some funds to be exchanged to make sure that this all goes away. That is the ideal situation for the attorney, because once these sums are exchanged, the attorney normally gets anywhere between 30 and 40% of those sums. The rest goes to the accuser, and really they don't have to do much work. The issue for Tony Busby is normally he's a man that works in the numbers game. And what I mean by that is that when he takes on a case, normally he tries to overwhelm it with accusers. You take the Travis Scott Astroworld lawsuit. He had, I think, over 150 clients for that. The Diddy situation. He has over 100 clients suing Diddy. Deshaun Watson, where most people were introduced to Tony Busby. He had over 20 plus accusers against Deshaun Watson. When you have so many clients and so many accusers, it's very difficult to vet them all. Is all 100 of their stories accurate? All 20, all 30, all 40 of their stories legit? Unlikely not. But it's very difficult to say when an individual has 20, 30, 40, 50 accusers that they all could be lying.
So there's so many black men that's caught up in this. We see the likes of T.I. When we see what happened with his wife's best friend, accused him of some stuff, and we found out that these things wasn't true, but there was just a whole bunch of foolishness and mess that came with that. We see the situation with Shannon Sharp and him with this 19-year-old girl, and he lost $100 million deal that was on the table, right? We see the situation with Deshaun Watson, right? And he had so many women accusing him, and he was on a road to superstardom. But when this situation happened, he never bounced back. He was never the same. And there's so many brothers, countless brothers out there that they've done this stuff to, man. And I tell you guys, man, you gotta open your eyes and keep your nose clean. You gotta look at what's going on, because these women know that you got a bag. When you sign a big contract, They put it all out there for the world to know. They don't keep it under wraps. You sign a 6-year, $300 million deal, everybody knows your business. Everybody know how much money you got. So everybody's coming for you. So Mariah Mills, she went online. She said, I warned you about trapping type of blanks at Zion Williamson, and you didn't listen to me. I know the game. F you and congrats again. The bill was too high, so you had to scrape for crumbs when you couldn't see me or I was busy. Like, man, this thing is like, and this thing is crazy because she's that comfortable, right? Talking like this. I was with you last week in New Orleans, and you couldn't tell me you had a random thought pregnant. And this was this is stuff was after this is old stuff, you know, that she was putting out there while he had all these other allegations. After all I've done for you, right? what she's done for him. I let you blank me so many times without a blank, and this is what you do to me, a hood rat that does CPN. You put in my life in danger. Blank all these hood rats raw. Right? There she go. I got you. Oh my God. I got you blank in my mouth last week when we blanked. You could have told me you had another blank pregnant. How was that going to work? Moving us both into New Orleans. You think I would have found? You think I wouldn't have found out? You let that blank finesse you. Is why I'm angry. She 29 with an adult child already. Oh God. I know what comes with being a basketball player's girl. I know there will be other women, but I didn't expect you to get these blanks pregnant. Man, listen, she real comfortable, man, but this is his fault. Better pray I'm not pregnant too, because I'm definitely late. Y'all remember all this, right? And then she showed the pregnancy thing, but then we found out that she wasn't pregnant, right? You know, this woman has mental issues. I'm in the land of blank. See me in December, or should I say, at my new condo in New Orleans. We sister wives now get with it or get lost. Well, I'm gonna get more. Always. He don't play about me when it comes to spoiling. I'm his princess. You burnt out. You a burnt out baby mom. So she was arguing. So you can clearly see a lot of these women got mental health issues, man. And you guys be just dropping your seeds in these women like crazy. Like, y'all work so hard to just give it all away. So now he has a woman, a Jane Doe, that's accusing him of doing all of these horrible things to her. We don't got to know who she is. She can stay in the cut. She can ruin so many things you got going on and get $10-20 million from you and then never be heard from again. This is highway robbery, and the courts notice that they sitting by idly by doing nothing, watching this stuff happen. Watching it happen. They're allowing it to happen. We know that there's an agenda going on. So you brothers, y'all got to tighten up. Y'all, how could y'all be this stupid? How could y'all be this stupid? I don't know, man, but Zion Williamson is in trouble, man, right? And he's gonna have to give up a bag. And these lawyers, these predator lawyers, they coming right after you, man. And there's nothing there to protect you from these people. But I don't know. Y'all got to let me know what y'all think about this, man. There's a Jane Doe saying that since the last 5 years up until 2023, he was doing all kinds of horrible things to her from the time he was at Duke up until he got drafted. Let me know what you guys think, man. Leave your comments in the comment section. Subscribe to Street Media TV. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.